Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors in Winston, Chester. I'm glad you're with us this morning, Thursday, July the 3rd. We're going to do today's show. It's going to be like Friday's show. Tomorrow being July 4th, we're taking off and celebrating our country and having all kind of fun, and we'll have a good video for you tomorrow morning. So today we'll do our fishing forecast and do our drawing. So let's get started with our weather. Brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Potter and hard-working crew taking care of everyday comfort needs. High today, 91, warming up a little bit, low 77. Our water temperature brought to us by Allco Electric out of Lynn Haven. At the end of the pier, it is 87.5. Take a look at our river readings brought to us by the good folks at Panama City, Coca-Cola, the Apalachicola, Bluntstown, 6.9, and the Choctaw at Carabelle, 4.6. Our tide chart, take a look at it, brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Today being the 3rd, we're still in those neap tides. Tomorrow's not much better. Saturday's not much better. You got a good falling out tide on Saturday. Then next week, some really good strong tides. Our marine forecast will be west-northwest at about 5 to 10. Let's go and do our fishing game times in this segment right here, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers. We're looking at 6:04 to 8:04 this morning, and 6:24 to 8:24 tonight. So that takes care of our outdoor weather, and we're looking at stormy off and on. We talked about it all week, so it's going to be a good weekend. It looks like hopefully by Saturday it looks going to be pretty good. All right, take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I take much delight in bringing so many different things in the outdoors to you. We'll talk about all the things you can do, and we've had a great week. We had Connor McLean with his safari. He went on. Then also yesterday we had Erica with Artificial Reef Association and showed a big old gator, and it's all kind of all game animals and gators and all kind of stuff. And I'm sure to have a smile on my face because this is something I love doing things with my family. So this is one big old exciting outdoor activity, but it was something we thoroughly enjoyed. Gail and Wendy and I. We went shelling, okay? I know you saw it on TV. They had a big shell pile down at Mexico Beach, and Wendy and Gail's always loved shells, and I sort of tag along. Yeah, those are pretty, but I do enjoy it. They're fascinating parts of nature. So we went there the other day. They had it open, so I took my phone, just shot some videos, real sort of rough video, but it's just sort of here we are in the parking lot. Okay, you got to sign up. This is last Saturday. You had to sign up, and people picking up shells in the parking lot. This is at Mexico Beach boat ramp. They won't let us at the big pile yet. We had to wait till 9 o'clock. So look at people just digging in the parking lot. There's the shells out all over the place. The whole parking lot's full. Okay, then, all right, so here we are. This is a group of the people waiting behind the line. They're very strict. They say, stay behind the line and wait till we tell you to go. And you see the cloudy skies like we're having all over. But everybody wanted to get on that pile of shells. And it was okay. And then let's see the next one. So I shoot a selfie. I got my outdoor head hat on, and Wendy said, "Dad, take off your mask." So here I took off the mask. So here we are. So two of my favorite girls with me. So here we are. We get out there, and I take some pictures, and really you can go anywhere. The shells are all over. These are the shells in the renourishment program they were doing, and they had them left over. When it separated them from the water, and it's made a huge pile. That whole parking lot, all the way back to the boat ramp. I was just showing pictures of different people all the way. That big old pile goes way back around, and everybody's got their buckets. And let's see, move on over here. I walk around to the backside, and they tell people don't go to the backside because there's snakes and alligators will get you. Well, you know how people listen. This is the backside right here. Of course, I went back there just to take a picture. We weren't supposed to be back here, they asked, but we were able to get a bunch of them. See them digging through, and they're just, it's amazing. Hundreds of thousands of shells. And okay, so move on. So I went on to the further backside where the alligators and snakes were, but I didn't see the alligators and snakes. But they did say, please do not climb up on the hills. And you can see some people didn't follow directions, but they want everybody to stay down. There were plenty of them down. See way up there on the left, the lady was finding some over there. And here they're up here on the hill. Please do not get up on the hills, okay? And then I walked back out after in the parking lot. I just took some pictures in the parking lot. And here's just I want to take a whole scan of that many people. This was Friday morning maybe. Yeah, well, this is Friday morning because Whitney went with us on Saturday morning. Look at all the people. That's a fun thing to do. It really is. I joke about it. Let's go shelling, but we really enjoyed it. You can see the scope of things. Some people brought their own implements out there. On Saturday, okay, see you find some right there. Look at them. And there's our little bucket. We've got 2 buckets, and look at all of them. We had a ball. We really had a grand time. Okay, and I don't know what that's the parking lot itself. They're finding them in the parking lot. And there's my 2 girls. They had they had fun. We had fun. We really enjoyed it. So when you get a chance to go shelling, you can go naturally. Like they're really cool places at the Cape, Crooked Island Sound, Destin, all kind of shells. But those were just some grand. The ones there were just special because we'd been looking for some special ones, and we went back the next morning with Whitney and found that many more, and we could have stayed a lot longer. He got hot pretty quick, and we wanted probably there 30 or 45 minutes, and took care of it. It was open. I don't know if they're going to open back up again later on, or what they're going to do with all those shells, but it was nice of them, and I appreciate them letting us do it. Got a couple of pictures. I want to show. Let's go to the front of it right here. I just ran across this one. I saw in the news that they're suggesting people check on the elderly due to the heat. I'm usually up by 6 a.m. Bring donuts if you check on me. But this picture here, I want to get to this picture here. This is old throwback. It's not that old, 1986, but this is Apalachicola Bay is special. And the folks down there, this is Cletus Anderson. He's tonging in 1986. This is a state archive picture, but you look at the pile, look at the boat. They build their own boats and all. And the folks in Apalachicola, they're in a dire situation. These families, I know some of the families, I know of them and know them, and these are down-to-earth, good, hard-working people, and they want to work. And it's a shame that at Apalachicola Bay, they've had to close it down to the oyster families, because the families themselves are so special. They're just salt-of-the-earth people. And like I say, they're hard-working people, and they pray for the bay to be open on a regular basis. They want it open. Hopefully, maybe soon they can open it. If people they want to open it to, just the local families who oyster, not all these other people coming in, and just even on a limited basis. So we're going to talk more about that. That's just really special to me, and it's been on my heart a lot lately. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I was down, Gail and I were down there doing the shelling and all that, but I got to run by Money Bayou. Remember we talked about that this developer that has those houses there, he wants to actually cut the bayou and as it comes into the Gulf and make a canal and take away the natural flow of it, which is just, I can't believe they even consider that. I can't believe they even bring it to the table. I shot some phone video to give you an idea how natural this area is. It's been there for thousands of years. So right now, this is right here, I'm pointing toward the bridge. That's okay. That road right there on the right would be the Indian Pass Raw Bar, and then on the left would be you go about half a mile. That's where you go out to the Cape. So this is a natural. In the back is the bayou that goes way back in there. So this is a natural flow right here, and you can see it's a natural. Now going to the left, it will flow on out into the Gulf. I just want to give you an idea. And those are the houses over there. They want them to be taken care of. Okay, so to the left there, that's the Gulf, of course. And I didn't go on any. Shot some more. See, it's such a beautiful place. Let's see, and then I walked up a little bit further. Talked like that boy was fishing for redfish right there. They were catching. He caught some redfish, and so anyway, instead of it going straight to the left, they want to fill this in to the left or I mean to the right, and dig a canal. So anyway, that's just special to me to leave it natural, and hopefully they'll have some public hearings on it. But what they'll do is they'll give you a little period of time. Oh, you didn't say anything about it in 30 days, but we need to say something about it. Just leave it alone. I get upset talking about stuff like that. Let's move on to some fun things. How about catching a mess of mullet? How about Paul Thrasher's lovely wife, Catherine? Look at it. Look at here. Look at this mess of mullet they call it. Is that not beautiful? Look at all that. What a great catch. Good job, Catherine. You're showing Paul how to do it. Now, this is not local, but I thought this was so typical. This is over in Galveston, Texas, and they're talking about that same problem over there. But I just want to show this. What a unique bite. And, you know, that's a huge fish. When a shark hit it, just think of the pressure in those jaws to have to cut it that clean. I mean, you couldn't make a cut like that, really, with a fillet knife and make it that clean. So you just think of the strong pressure to just make it whop just like that. And they're having trouble all over Texas coastline with sharks too. And I just wanted to share that one with you. My buddy Ernie Martin, they got a 6-person limit on vermilion and red snapper. Good job, Ernie. He's there with his buddy Barry Ellis. Now this is interesting. They're talking about the upcoming bird season. This is from the Center of Disease Control. H5 bird flu is spreading in wild birds. I didn't know this. So hunters wear disposable gloves while dressing game birds to protect yourself. So that's just something that we need to get the word out. I didn't know this was a problem that was coming up. Most of my best memories come from some old dirt road. Is that not true? Back in the woods, back in the country and all, the old dirt road, that was so pretty. My buddy Bob Simbeck up there outside of Franklin, Tennessee, he sent this, and here's the picture. What he said basically, it's a fawn, and basically that was his mama, and the mama needs some alone time. So he tells the whole story, but here it is right here. So the fawn is looking, the mom went inside the chain link fence, and the fawn just couldn't get in there. He kept looking for mom to get out, and then mom came back out. And see what in the middle when the mom came back out and took her. But I want to show this because, and Billy Grantham sent me some pictures too. There's so many young deer with spots on them all over the place now. Some walking out the roads and all. So be careful and slow down when you on these country roads, back roads and all when you see those out there. Okay. Anyway. Here's the way to look at today. Today is going to be a great day. I woke up. I am alive. I am blessed. And I am thankful. God is good. I love that one right there. This is good stuff right here. The Panama City Beach Fire and Rescue, the police department, what they did, check this out. They actually went to the Russell Field City Pier, and they went cleaning up beneath the pier. And they removed over 100 pounds of fishing gear and debris from the pier and the seafloor. Who knew there was 100 pounds? Look at all the stuff. Thank all of y'all for doing that, the police and the fire and rescue. But look at all the stuff. Look at the rod and reels people had fallen over. You see a cell phone? See that cell phone right in the middle? Look at all this stuff. A lot of junk. And you see, I counted 5 or 6 fishing lures. Look at that on the bottom. See those fishing lures? And all that was under the pier. And they got it all cleaned up. They got it loading up in the truck and all. Thank you all for doing that. That's a good deed. And it's a lot more clear. Speaking of sharks, real quick, how about Mexico Beach? This is, that was shark fishing. And folks, we have plenty of sharks around here. You ought to be aware of it. One quick one, we're going to talk about the Choctawhatchee River. How about catching drum in the Choctawhatchee River? Is that not cool? And then also one more time, the FWC, they've got a new law now, implement a new law to help to the accountability on the derelict vessels that people left. they're actually making it a first-degree misdemeanor. Look at the bottom there. The first offense is a misdemeanor. The second offense is third-degree felony. But there's a lot more harsher penalties for people just leaving their boats out there. And what has happened? There was no penalty for people when they just left their boats out there. They've been doing that for years. Now it can be real serious. So thank the FWC for getting more serious about that. And it's going to be a win-win to get some of that debris and junk out of there. Okay, we're going to do our drawing today. Okay, so let's get excited about it. Fried mullet plate. That sounds good today, don't it? Right here in July, getting ready for July 4th from Gene's Oyster Bar. Okay, we're looking all the way from Lynn Haven. Carol Miller. All right, Carol. About time you won this year. I know you're going to enjoy that. You know, don't take anybody with you. Just go by yourself and enjoy that because I know Jeff wants to go with you. Okay. All right, let's go to the $20 gift certificate of Tarpon Dock Seafood, and I'm picking up 20 pounds of fresh shrimp from them today for our big cookout tomorrow. From Weewall, Michael Stringfellow. All right, and a big red snapper is going to, let's see, all the way from Pretty Bayou, Willahama, Swearingen. Good to see you. Hope you and Ursula are doing well. Glad you won the red snapper. You'll be cooking it for July the 4th. Okay, we're going to take our final break and come back with our famous Friday fishing forecast. Okay, welcome back and welcome to our famous Friday fishing forecast brought to us by Jessica Ling Financial and Insurance Group. We appreciate their participation in Panhandle Outdoors. Now, we want to get started on it before I really jump on it because I want to talk about some really good stuff. The opening up of that Prescott Bay, I'll tell you where it really hit my heart. This past Sunday, Walter has been is an interim pastor down at East Point First Baptist, and we've been there a couple of times, and Mason's doing some music with he leads in worship and all, so Gail and I enjoyed going, and the people there are just grassroots, good folks, and it's not a big church, but it's got about 40 people in it who love the Lord and work hard. And they do a prayer request, and they were, certain people have been sick and some family member have been lost. They're just telling people to pray for them. If you've been in a church, especially old churches, they still do prayer requests, and I found that just refreshing. And right toward the end of the prayer request, this old oyster man in the back of the church, I met him, great guy, just salt of the earth. He said, y'all pray for that, they'll open our bay. And that's what it means to them. It's just so special to those families down there. So I hope, it just hit me hard. It's been on my mind all week long, the pray to open our bay. And because it's been there for generations for just the oyster men. So anyway, let's move on to our forecast. One thing I want to talk about was actually the first thing I wrote down was frog gigging. This time of year, I hadn't talked about it yet. This time of year, frog gigging, our river system, our ponds, our creeks, and there's so many places here in the Panhandle to go frog gigging. And we talked about it a lot last year. Like I said, I haven't mentioned it. And look at here on a map. I showed that place called the river system, and all the way up the river system going up, and they just going up here to and way up to 4 Mile Creek. Okay, all these places up here, you'll see that it may not pop up. All these are feeder creeks, and over there in Carabel, going up the Carabel River. But anyway, frog gigging is a big deal if you can get out and do it. And like I said, we had some folks last year had the kids actually jumped out and grabbed the frogs instead of gigging them. They got so close to a big old bullfrog. So frog gigging is going to be good. Also, trout lining. It's a great time of year to set out your trout line. So all this is freshwater. I'm covering freshwater stuff. Frog gigging, trout lining, brim fishing, and fly fishing. Those 4 things on our river systems throughout the Panhandle are good this time of the year. You really, on the fly fishing, it's really nice and cool in the mornings to get out there, and everything comes to life in the morning. Get there early, and you'll be finished fishing by 9 or 10 o'clock. And also on setting out trout lines, we talked about that. On the pier fishing, again, I wrote down king. The king this week was strong on the piers from Okaloosa all the way over here to our pier. The drum bite was good down there at St. George Island off the old East Point Bridge. And then also wrote down Floundering is really picking up. Now we're in this period of weather where the weather is. We got a lot of rain out here, off and on rain, and the water's not quite as clear, and the thunderstorms coming in. But like I said, we sort of pick and choose this low pressure area that we're in right now. But next week it should really be clearing up, and it should really be some nice weather. Red fishing was good. I just marvel at these guides and all the fishing. And by the way, I see we're at a West Bay where a lot of our guides, takeoff folks, are putting up a huge marina. And you can say that's not good for the fishing. I mean, it's great for the boating when people want to run by and all, but that's going to really bring in a lot more boats on that peaceful and beautiful arm of West Bay in our system over there. So it is what it is, and we just have to deal with it. But flounder gigging should be good next week. Tomorrow night, it's going to be July 4th tomorrow. I want you all to have a great July 4th and with friends and family. And the fireworks, tomorrow night's not going to be a good time to go floundering. There are going to be fireworks all over the place, but it'll be a great time to enjoy them. And again, we're talking about being careful on the water. Make sure everybody's got a life jacket, and especially the kids, have them on if you're out there watching fireworks. And just be real careful and enjoy the 4th. We just have a big time, and I'll bring back some pictures. We probably have 20 or 30 family and friends down for our big shrimp boil, and it's just a marvelous time. We just thoroughly enjoy it, and the birth of the United States of America is always special to all of us. So we're going to kind of wrap it up, and we've had a good week here, and enjoy doing all the shows. So y'all do something good for someone today. Enjoy our great weekend. We'll have a video tomorrow, so then a great weekend coming up. So y'all enjoy it, and take care of outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.